Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT No Mercy Predict the Outcome. Coming up, could Joe Henry, outsider from Impact TNA, make history becoming NXT champion? Well, Trick Williams might have something in store for that. Trick Williams will be the special guest referee. And will Trick Williams play fair tonight in his match for Joe Henry to go for the goal against champion Ethan Page? We'll talk about it as well. A lot of more matches as well. Roxanne Perez set to defend the NXT Women's Championship against Jada Parker. And Opa Femby going against Tony D'Angelo for the North American Championship and much more. We get the Pro Wrestling Show started with the NXT No Mercy Predict the Outcome. It starts right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dix here. Glad you can join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, Miss Karen. Tell a friend, call a friend, hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. We are set for No Mercy. No Mercy comes your way from Denver, Colorado. But we have a mega main event right here. We'll get that coming up. But first thing first, join in that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe. So let's kick things off with this. A lot of matches, but we'll get things off with this. A grudge match right here between former tag team partners between Wesley and Zachary Quint. Wesley and Zachary Quint were tag team partners known as the Rascals and MSKU when they won the NXT Tag Team Championships. Well, things have changed over the past couple of months. Where Wesley felt like he is not valued, he's not appreciative of what he's going through and what he did and stuff. Wesley even doing this right here, attacking people like Joe Henry to get a shot at the NXT Championship at that time. Well, Wesley found his match and met his match in the ring and stuff. Wesley did want to cause a real. He even explained to himself on why he did what he did. Wesley explaining that, hey, I want to break out on my own. I want to be the bigger star. He considered himself a WWE superstar, but he still is in NXT in development and stuff. Wesley really saying that he felt that Zachary Wentz and the rest of them held him back. He held him back for good and didn't want to take the time out and stuff. Wesley saying that he needed to be on his own, making his own rules and stuff. And I think that's what we might see tonight. Wesley might eventually break out on his own and do what he needs to do. Wesley getting what he needs to be done. It's gonna be an emotionally charged match. I'll say that one bit. Wesley might do what he needs to do, but look for Wesley to win his match tonight. Wesley getting the upper hand and stuff tonight, and doing what he needs to do. Like I said, I mean this is way we'll get to the championship match a little bit later, but you can tell right here that Wesley doesn't care about his tag team partners. He wants to move on and get himself together and get himself at odds. So look for that match tonight. Look for Wesley to defeat Zachary Wentz and finally move on to a new chapter in his life. So we'll see that coming up. Well, speaking of that, the women's match as Keani Jordan set to defend her championship against Wendy Chu. Keani Jordan goes against Wendy Chu. Keani Jordan getting this is her second championship. The fifth of the night. Keani Jordan wants to break free of Wendy Chu's spell when Wendy Chu doing what she needed to do. Wendy Chu right here targeting Keani Jordan and making Keani Jordan her target. But Wendy Chu said that she wants to be the one to lead the charge and lead the way. Wendy Chu wants to take the championship away from Kiani Jordan. And like I said, Wendy Chu may have that opportunity tonight if she has it her way. Wendy Chu being able to put down Kiani. I think Kiani Jordan might have her toughest test. That's the date, biggest test to date as NXT Women's Champion. I think that we might see. We saw earlier this week that a surprise guest made an appearance on NXT, and that surprise guest was none other than Rosemary from TNA. Rosemary from TNA made an appearance to even the odds for soften up Keon Jordan for Wendy Chu, and Wendy Chu might coming in at the odds of doing what she needs to do for the win. Look for Keani Jordan to get the win over Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu's not gonna win just a test for Wendy Chu. But this is bigger a test for Keani because Keani needs it, and who knows, Keani gonna have to do what she gonna have to do to win. So look for Keani Jordan to win her match tonight. Got the wrong pictures and stuff. Look for Keani Jordan to find a way and find a measure of escape. Do what she needs to do to defeat um, Winnie Chu. Look for that match coming up as well. Well, speak on the women's side of the North American Championship. Go to the men's side of the North American Championship. As Obafembi set to defend his championship against Tony D'Angelo. Tony D'Angelo and Obafembi. This rivalry dates back for No Mercy and stuff almost about a couple of weeks ago when you think about it. Obafembi, a strong, dominant champion. He's been dominant thus far. Obafembi been looking impressive as the late Obafembi wants to take that championship as he's continuing his dominant streak and stuff. But Obafembi getting himself ready, prepared and stuff. Obafembi has been dominating a lot of challenges as of late when it comes to it and stuff. He went against Otis. He took down Otis and dominated him over Femby, even to the point that Tony D'Angelo was dominating as well, winning the Heritage Cup. He didn't win the Heritage Cup. He lost the Heritage Cup a couple weeks ago to Charlie Dempsey in a hard fought victory in a hard fought matchup as well. You could probably see that being one of the styles and stuff like that between these two. But over Femby, really being impressive that he wants to show his stakes and stuff on what he wants to do and how he's gonna do it and stuff. Over Femby, being a dominant champion that he is and dominating indeed over Femby could be looking at his goal getting destroyed and getting pathfinder if you ask me. Over Femby could leave NXT as the North American champion. I'm kind of wondering at the same time too who's gonna lose the championship too, but then again, this is NXT, so strange things have happened in NXT. I tell you that right now. But we'll see. I truly believe that Tony D'Angelo might pick up a win and might find a way to win over Femby to help his family and stuff. So Tony D'Angelo could win the match. Look for Tony D'Angelo to do what he needs to do in order to win. So Tony D'Angelo may defeat Obafembi. I'm gonna go on that route. So Tony D'Angelo could defeat Obafembi in this match. Well, we get to the tag team championship match. If we can find the tag team championship match right quick. Well, we know that Axion and Nathan Frazier set the challenge. Chase U for the tag team championships. Chase U have been going on a one way path of getting their tag team titles back. one way or another and stuff about tag team competition and stuff. The competition is fierce. I'll say that right now. Um, Nathan Frazier and Axion gave them a shot. They was trying to be generous about it. You haven't seen that Chase U want to turn heel, which you can tell they want to turn heel, but hasn't got to that point yet with Chase U. And I think Chase U looking for a way. I think they want to turn heel. They just trying to find a way. I think you can tell Axion and Frazier are the better team and stuff. Um, you could probably see that being that way and noticing that way and how that way came about and stuff. But Chase U and stuff like that, we can we can put up the pieces and stuff on what's gonna go down and stuff. But like I said, this is far fetched and far from over and stuff. Well, we'll see and how this is gonna play out and stuff between the tag team division and stuff. When Chase U won the tag team championships a couple weeks ago, nearly a month ago, and Chase U celebrating in the middle of the ring on what they did and stuff and how they did it. We'll see. But this should be the big match of the night, if you ask me, getting the reps and stuff like that. So look for I say Axelon and Frazier gaining their tag team championships back from Chase U when they lost it out of nowhere. So seeing that match, so look forward to seeing it and see how it's gonna play out. These teams that really tag team go. We're keeping out on that. Uh, well, speaking of that, that everyone's been buzzing about and giving about as well is the women's championship match. The women's championship is on the line as we get to Roxanne Perez set to defend her title against Jada Parker. We get to the screen right quick. We show Jada Parker. All right, we're back. We have technical difficulties and stuff, but we glad you're back with us. Hopefully, things will come around, and it has. Let's get back in progress right here. Let's talk about this. The NXT Women's Championship match is on the line right here. Roxanne Perez set to challenge. Roxanne Perez not set champion, defending her NXT Women's Championship against Jada Parker. Jada Parker, up and coming star from the OTM, got this opportunity out of nowhere. Jada Parker won a women's match. Jada Parker did so, and Jada Parker got herself the opportunity to wrestle Roxanne Perez for the women's championship. Jada Parker went through leaps and bounds, even to the point that Jada Parker had a sit down interview with Roxanne Perez, and they're both talking about touting their success. And Jada Parker telling Roxanne, don't underestimate her. And Roxanne saying the same thing. So these two women want to beat each other to post. Uh, you can tell right here Jada Parker slapping the taste out of Roxanne Perez's mouth. Jada Parker may be from the streets, but she wants to back it up in the ring. Could Roxanne Perez be? This might be a threat to Roxanne Perez if she doesn't retain her women's championship the way she needs to. So look for Roxanne Perez to get the upper hand on Jada Parker and find a way to win. Roxanne Perez has been on the road. A lot of time on the Bus Open crew saying is Roxanne Perez on the main roster. I think she is, but they don't know what to do with her if they bring her up there. So be lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? Well, we get to this, the main event right here. A Joe Henry set to challenge Ethan Page for the NXT Championship as Trick Williams will be the special guest referee. Trick Williams was named the special guest referee this past week on NXT, and you gotta wonder what Trick Williams what factor Trick Williams will be as the special guest referee in the championship match. Trick Williams might want to get back into the championship picture down the road. Whoever wins the championship, we know that Trick Williams and Joe Henry had that moment this week, when Joe Henry thanked Trick Williams for helping him, um, calling out interference from everybody that came into the match and stuff. I think, which it was, Joe Henry won the triple threat match. And Joe Henry earned himself an opportunity to become the number one contender for the championship. Joe Henry making sure that he wants to be next in line to become the champion. Joe Henry coming from being an outsider, coming from Impact. Joe Henry could make history as well. History could be made, but Ethan Page might have to have his hopes up and stuff on what he has to do. Biggest match in Joe Henry's life. Joe Henry win the NXT Championship away from Ethan Page. Ethan Page is going to have a lot on his plate tonight. If Ethan Page wants to keep the championship on around his waist, that's what it's going to be. Can we be seeing Joe Henry become the man and win the NXT Championship for the very first time? That'd be weird that Joe Henry be a TNA star, win the NXT Championship, the crossovers. But then you got to wonder what's next for Trick Williams. With Trick Williams, how will he picture in this championship match as well? So a lot of factors in this match that you got to wonder and that you got to set aside to see how this all going to play out, how this all going to go between these three, but between Joe Henry and Ethan Page, that's going to be the match that everyone wants to see. Well, look for Ethan Page to retain his championship at the Ethan Page won it nearly 2 months ago at No Mercy. Ethan Page going to do so again this time, but Joe Henry is just going to be providing a little bit of comedian act and a little bit of seriousness when he wants to be serious and stuff. So look for Joe Henry to do his power moves as well. So hopefully win the NXT championship. But unfortunately, Joe Henry will not be successful tonight. That Ethan Page will be the one successful to attain his championship, thus setting up another match between Ethan Page and Trick Williams, probably when they go to the CW that first night on the CW network. New champion will be crowned, Trick Williams. So look for that coming up your way. So this is gonna do it for the Pro Wrestling Show presents the NXT Predict the Outcome special. I've been your host, Dick, saying so long. We'll see if we had the matches right correct. We'll have the NXT review show after this.